Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. True. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes, but I don't trip about it. That's
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ryan now going to try to run the option left. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 74 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground is usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 26. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Hey, 220. Good track.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Hurry. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 45's the mic. Regular. Shoot. Check 9. Kill. 80 weapon. Kill.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. There he goes again. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Number 53, Mike 53. Here we go. Slam, slam, slam. 11.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Check 53, 6-man. Check girls, check girls, check. Let him go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one caught by Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Switch up, switch up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
180.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
45.
Mayfield looks to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st. First down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons' defense yet again drops him behind the line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a 5-yard pickup. It spotted a few chain links, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
45, Mike, 45. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
Point it right.
D-line, get that quarterback.
Hey, box drop.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
On third down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10, 44-yard line.
Point it right.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to air one out. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
51's a mark, boy. 51.
Now Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? X25. Check 53. Mark. In your face. Check.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that
maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Time you have the ball.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Keep it up. Run. Under crush. Check 52. Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Throwing. Mayfield steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike. Hey, zoom. Come on. Hurry. Mike, touch.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he finds Seals Jones complete. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
It's our time. It's our time.
From the red zone now, Mayfield being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Run. Let's get off the field. Check 59, Mike. Hey, seam 6. Got it.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
17 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Ricky. Check nickel.
Now Chubb. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Freeman again. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check, like 25. Check, 53. 22.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, blue 80. Like 25. Better break. You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. 51, Tom! Hey, high 7. Hey, let's go.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And some room to work. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A first down throw from Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Oh no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. "22 yards there, a first down."
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, Freeman. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Got it. Like 25. Mike. I don't think you got it. 22.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
180! Strong right.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.